in the last couple of years, since about 2021, there have been thousands of books that have been challenged or restricted or removed, taken off library shelves or taken out of schools. Often this is because somebody objects to them and says the books are not appropriate for children, or somebody calls them obscene. But there is this whole other way that sometimes books are taken off the shelves, and it's through a process called weeding. Weeding is part of just sort of normal collection maintenance. Librarians will go through and remove books that are damaged, that nobody has checked out in years and years and years. Just sort of a regular day-to-day part of running a library. But now activists and some lawsuits say that weeding is being used to remove books because of the viewpoint they express. And that issue is now being debated in several court cases. One example of this was in Nassau County, Florida, where one lawsuit alleges that 3 books were weeded, including And Tango Makes 3. This is a book about a penguin family, and there's the 2 parents who sit on their egg until it hatches, and they teach Tango to swim and things like that. But these are both male penguins. So it is a penguin family with 2 dads. And this book has been among the most challenged books in the country for the last couple of years. In the case of Tango, that case was recently settled and the book is going back on the shelves. But there is an ongoing lawsuit in Llano County, Texas. That suit alleges that about a dozen books were weeded because of their viewpoint, including Caste by Isabel Wilkerson, which is about race, and It's Perfectly Normal, Changing Bodies, Growing Up, Sex, Gender, and Sexual Health. That case is still being litigated. Those who are in favor of restricting access to certain books say they aren't banning them. You can still go buy these books. You can buy them on Amazon, you can go to your bookstore. What they say is that they want to make sure that kids aren't running into sensitive or difficult topics when they're wandering around the library by themselves, for example. Free speech advocates say that if you take these books out of the library, there are kids who won't see themselves or their families in the books around them. Also, it makes it so that parents who do want their kids to read these books don't get to make that choice, that there's a group of people who are making the decision for everyone. There are a couple of organizations that track book challenges and book bans around the country, but these things are really difficult to track. Those organizations rely primarily on public documents like local news reports or school board meeting minutes. There are lots of places where there is no local education reporter keeping tabs on this sort of thing. And so the scale at which this is happening is probably much larger than anyone is aware.